I thought he looked good. A little rusty, like anybody would be, but he did a great job. It was a lot more seamless than I even expected. But he didn't just come in and start practicing. He's been doing some 5-on-0 stuff. He's been shooting. He's trying to get his wind up over the last 3 to 4 days. So all in all, I thought he did very well.
How much wind do you lose being out for 2.5 weeks? Is it for a guy that's that young and athletic? Is it hard to get it back? Is it a process?
It's different for each player. I think Edmond is a guy that, again, he's worked pretty hard over the last 3 to 4 days. But he was winded in the first workout. I remember Coach Steele said, I'm worried about head in terms of getting back and being ready. So, he's not going to play 40 minutes on Saturday. If he plays, which, again, we're expecting that he will, we're going to play him as much as we can without running him down, just like we do any player. But, again, he's been out for a few weeks, so just getting your basketball legs under you, being able to make the right decisions, playing game speed, there is a little bit of an adjustment factor.
So you're playing it by ear, easing him in?
I play everything by ear. But, yeah, we're definitely expecting him to play. Today went well, and I assume tomorrow will as well, and we'll sort of go from there.
How much better does he make your team? Just what did you notice in the 4 games or so that he was out?
Well, he creates shots for teammates. He puts pressure on the defense because he can collapse. He can get in the paint so quick that it collapses teams. And he may not get the assist, but he may get the hockey assist. He starts the ball movement at times. We certainly had a few set plays in for him. He also quickens our pace from defense to offense. And then, even more importantly, the defensive part of things, he gets his hands on a lot of basketballs. He leads our team in deflections. He's terrific in ball screen defense to be able to use his size. I thought he was rebounding well for his position the last couple games that we played. So he brings a lot, and he helps our other players become better players.
Marquette looks a lot different this year with Ellenson and Fisher in the front court. It seems like that battle between you guys and them might be a big subplot in the game.
No, it's a mighty front court we're going against, and I think they're probably, in my opinion, the most improved team in our league. They took a whooping against Iowa, much like we took one against Villanova, and boy, has their team responded ever since. A lot of attention, and rightfully so, is paid to Ellenson and paid to Luke Fisher, but Hannah Cheatham's really, really good. Tracy Carter, we recruited here to Xavier. They're playing with a lot of energy, as you'd imagine a Coach Woj team would. So we have our hands full. Then you add the variable that you're not in your own building. We have a lot of respect for Marquette, and they're a much improved team, as improved as any team in our league this year.
What makes Ellenson so special? He can shoot a 3, but he also obviously can post up with it.
Well, that's it right there. His versatility. He's you don't find guys his size, especially as freshmen, able to do the things that he can do. Get a defensive rebound, which he's one of the best rebounders in our league. And then he can push it. Doesn't have to outlet the ball. He can. He advances the ball up the floor. He can play like a guard in that sense. He shoots the ball. He's got that Nowitzki-type game from 15 to 17 feet. He affects the game defensively because he's so daggone big. He's just a very, very skilled 6'10" kid.
Coach, kind of big picture at this point in the season, you don't want to say too much about your team, but having one loss and knowing that one loss came when Sumner went down was kind of a tough environment. What does it say about this team at just this point in the season?
That we have a lot more games to go. Even when we were 11-5 a year ago or whatever we were, and you would ask me about mid-season grades, I just said, hey, we'll talk about our season in terms of reflection at the end of the year. Our quest is to continue to improve. And I think Edmond coming back will certainly give our team a boost. It makes us deeper. I think Larry became a better player during that time. I think Kaiser Gates has emerged. I think Sean O'Mara's playing better. So, hopefully that little bit of adversity helped us and doesn't hinder Edmond's successful freshman year so far as he moves forward as well.
When you have younger guys on Marquette that are as good as these guys are, what have you kind of seen over the years in terms of, making sure that, the keys, I guess, to the game when you have younger players that are that good for you to kind of take advantage? Obviously, the most obvious thing is take advantage of their inexperience, but with these guys, have you seen that you can take advantage of their inexperience?
I don't worry about what age players are. If the ball goes in, they don't give you more points as a senior or a freshman. I think their team, like a lot of young teams, has gotten so much better than they were at the beginning of the year. We worry about ourselves and our execution on both ends of the floor. We certainly have an eye out for whoever we play, but I don't necessarily how can we take advantage of a younger team. We know that we have a good team on Saturday that we're going against. They're a team that turns people over. They also turn the ball over. I think that's something that both teams have to keep an eye out for, but other than that, I don't think about that stuff too much. Thanks.